Hello and welcome to Paving the Way podcast. I'm Seth Moa, aka SA. I'm here with Kenny Jean-Louis, also known as KJL. And today we got a special presentation. We're here with my former team, the 2011 men's basketball team at Vanier College. And we're just going to talk about the year and how it was. And, try and just, get more in deeper depth on, how the year went for us. So once again, thank you, Carl, Ben, Gresh, Fosu, Malcolm, Jerome, and Lenny. You're still ugly, by the way. Yeah, so thanks, man, and here we go, yeah.
Merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. Seth vous a appelé, puis vous avez tout accepté. Présentement, on fait les joueurs qu'on pave the way, mais là, on veut faire quelque chose de nouveau, les équipes qu'on pave the way pour Québec Basketball, and you guys won national. I don't know how many teams from CJEP won national, so we just want to learn about that year and the previous year and how you guys feel about, I guess, winning a national championship. So that you're going to ask.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, the first question I got to ask is going to go to Ben, because, yeah. The year before that, in the playoffs, when we lost to Dawson, the reason I'm bringing you up is because you had a phenomenal game against Dawson, I want to know what kind of, after the game, what was going through your mind after that loss in the 2010?
Oh my God! After we lost to Dawson, honestly, I think we were all pissed. Like we all decided that, we were 9 rookies, I think, and then everybody had the same reaction. We were just like, all right, well, we felt like we choked. We felt like we should have won the game. That we had a better team. And to be honest, we were like super, super motivated. And I think a few of us were already back in the gym like the next week, just working out. And I remember the 2 days later, this is the story I have, right? It was me, you, and Lenny in the crowd, right? It was at Hunsick. We're in the far right corner. We're watching the finals. Yeah, we're in the finals. And listen, I'm not going to name names, right? And a certain team lost in the finals that year in 2010. All right. All right. And a certain team won. And Seth looked at me and Lenny, and the losing team was obviously crying and sad. And Seth said, yeah, you see them crying because they know this was their last chance, because next year we're running the whole table. And like word for word, Seth said that, Lenny was like, yeah. Like we were all hyped, and then we was like, man, we were so pissed. Like, there was no doubt in our mind that like the year after, like, it was ours to win. No, for sure. That was pretty much the feeling that, like, right after our first year.
Yo, Gresh, you chose to come to Vanier, right? Out of all the schools that you could have went to, why did you chose to go to Vanier? Because I'm sure there's a lot of schools recruiting you.
Yeah, honestly, a couple teams recruited me, but at the same time, that same year that you guys lost in the playoffs, right? Yeah. I was playing my last year in the NBL, and unfortunately, like, our team got suspended, right? So, like, maybe like 4 games into the season, our team got suspended, and then I remember Ben and Coach Andy came by that game. So Andy was actually like probably the only coaches that see me play, and then JD called me from Champlain and Bobby at the time from Momo. But I just felt like, I don't know, like I just felt like Vanier was a choice. Yeah. I didn't really know anyone on that team at the time, and I felt like just the fact that he came around to Saint Michel and see me play, like he had an idea of who I was. And then over the summer and playing Brooklyn Elite and all of that, talking to Joey, talking to other coaches, and then they felt like Vanier was a good choice for me. So I just went there. And at the same time, I heard like a lot of players were going D1 from playing at Vanier, right?
Yeah.
So then I was just trying to get my English was better, because you guys remember at the time I wasn't that well, and also I just felt like it was a good way to practice my English and do school in English, right?
And Malcolm,
find a way to make it D1.
Malcolm, what's up? the whole summer we were training at Champlain, and then Malcolm's at Vanier. What's up? What happened?
Let's get into it, baby. Let's go. Come on.
All right. So initially, 100%, I was down to ride with the Champlain gang. You know, I still had love for you guys, but I signed there under the pretense of JD, and then once JD left, bruh. the whole I believe it was, we had like I think Max was the intern.
Yeah.
For a bit, man. I don't know. I guess we didn't mesh or whatever it was at the time. So already I was just like, oh man, I don't know. But I know you, Nolan, Teddy, Gabe, everyone's like, just push through it. Like whatever, this is what it is, you know? Like it's a transition that's going on. Because he was like a test. Like they didn't know if they're going to keep him. They didn't know if they wanted him or whatever it was. So that summer, leading into the summer now, Brookwood Elite on the road, chopping up with my guys. Yo,
Lenny and Fosu recruited you, huh?
Lenny and Fosu. I don't know if it was a recruitment or it was more of an ambush. I don't know. Like it was like, yo, you have a choice. You're going to play these next few games out here, or you're not going to play at all, bro. You have to sign this paper to come to Vanier, you know what I mean? So, but all seriousness, though, like, after that summer and, like, the chemistry that we had, and I seen, like, what they were speaking about and what they were trying to build over there, I was just like, you know what? I went to a situation, I signed under one coach. It seems like this whole organization, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not meshing well with the new coach. This had nothing to do, my guys, Gabe and Kenny and Nolan and all them. So I was like, as soon as I got, like, I spoke with Joey too on the ride back, and he was from Florida or whatever it was. Like, as soon as I touched down in CV, I sent Andy a call. Andy picked me up from CV and said, let's get it popping. I said, shit, all right. Okay, hold on. I said, hold on. You did not waste no time. It was like, right away.
Jeez.
And then, boom, chain into a VC, and I was banned from the Champlain campus.
Carl was banned. You was banned.
No. I seriously was. I tried to visit my guys. They had to bring the security, escort me out. I was
no
like,
way.
Wow.
Kenny, bro.
You're lying.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I
forgot his name. The head athletic therapist guy, the big guy, like he was round. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name.
Yeah, he said, no. Malcolm's here. No, come on. Yeah, no. And then they escorted me out. I was like, all right, say less.
Carl.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Quiet one here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So why Vanier? Why'd you come to Vanier that year?
Well, that was my 5th year in country, right? Because I came to Canada 5 years before that.
Uh-huh.
And when I first landed, I was at Saint Laurent, right? So I was playing for Express and everything. That's why I learned French. And then that's where I met Jeff Losado. And then I left halfway through. I went to Brebeuf, and I got academic was difficult because I barely spoke French. And then doing that, and then I ended up. I was already in all set. I was about to sign with Saint-Foy, and that would have been the same scheme, because that's what is like role players do. They go to Saint-Foy.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go there, and then all of a sudden comes out and says, "Yo, send Andy there." And then Andy shows up at my worst game I ever had in my life. I think in high school. And he said, all right, I'll take you anyways. And I'm like, I can stay in Montreal. Okay, let's do it. And I ended up going to the training camp and meeting everyone else because I didn't know anybody, not even Andy prior to that, just Jeff. Yeah. And I said, I'll go with it. Okay. I met you guys. You guys were fairly welcoming. Fairly.
Yeah. Who, Fosu, huh?
Hey, man, I love Fosu, though. Fosu was good, man. He was like, yeah, come on in, we got work to do. But but you know what that did though, that pushed everyone, I think, and I think Gresh especially can take that in because I remember you guys going at it, And I didn't really have anybody to go at because it would have been you, but you were, your ankle was all destroyed and all that during the summer. And Fosu was kind of going at it with Malcolm a little bit, which was fun to watch. But man, it was good. You guys took us in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Lenny, can you talk a little bit about the training camp and what was your mindset the following year?
After our first year?
Yeah.
Man, it was just grind, honestly. Like Ben and Seth said, we were just pissed off about that first year because even though it was our first year and we were all like mostly rookies and stuff like that, I just felt like we still had the right team and like that team could have like won everything. But obviously it's a process. So like literally, I mentioned it before, like right after we lost that game, I remember Jeff DeSato saying like next season starts now, you know what I'm saying? So literally like right after that day or a couple of days after that, we just started training, you know what I'm saying, getting together, getting our individual workouts. And that summer, we actually went pretty hard, man. And like, we really came together as a family, like as brothers that summer because, we made a commitment to like, you know what, we're going to get it next year. We came close the first year, but next year is going to be it.
I remember, so during, our preseason, so I broke my leg. Malcolm's back was all messed up.
He
used to walk like this, bro, on the side.
Bro, we came back that summer from Brooklyn to league, bro. I don't know what happened to dude's back, but Malcolm's back.
That happened. Jonah's foot, something happened.
Malcolm was always injured. You guys stop playing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm leading to this. So, my thing is now is Jerome. So half our team is hurt. So Andy's just like, damn, like, what's going on? So then Andy went and got Jerome, who's playing AA.
No.
No?
Jerome was with us the year before.
Yeah, he got me.
Oh, he did. Yeah. So Jerome. What?
My bad. I couldn't even play the first semester.
Yeah, true. So Jerome, my question is, how come we never played AAA and you came from AA to AAA? What was up with that?
Well, when I came into Vanier, I didn't even play basketball my first year. Like I stopped playing ball, and then one of my double friend boys, Showtime, he told me to come play AA. So I'm like, whatever. The year after, tried out, made the team. I was never really into like ball like that. So then I was just killing it,
I was killing it,
And he came through. I think it was after our playoff game against Beth. They were like playing not even a boxing one. It was like 3 people guarding me and 2 was just in the key roaming. I was like, yo, and he came to play AAA. I'm like, no doubt. Hopefully it's not like this. I got to at least play for real. I don't want 3 guys on me all the time. So it was cool. Okay. And then, when I played with you guys, I think it was, I don't remember how many games I played. I think it was 2 or 3 before or whatever, eligible to play in the playoffs and seeing all that. It was cool. So ran it back the year after and great things happened,
Yeah. As I say, so going into that year, when the season started, and I know first semester, we went undefeated. Walk us through that, and then we lost to the last game before the last game before the Christmas break. We lost to Momo. I wouldn't say because of who, but we lost because you raise your hand. Yeah, Ben.
Yo, listen. Yeah. I'm a completely assumed human being. Y'all can go and say whatever subject y'all want. Like, bro, I have nothing to like. I'm open to
I don't remember that game. I don't remember that game. Bring us
go, Ben.
To be honest with you guys,
listen, what happened? What happened, Ben?
I don't remember. I just know I scored like 2 points and we lost, and I couldn't guard anybody. I couldn't score. I was just on the bench. I could cheer for, I know Lenny was balling. Gresh came out. Jerome were balling. I was on the bench, and I deserved to be on the bench because I was playing like shit.
Yeah. So my thing is that whole undefeated year, the John Abbott game, playing against Champlain at home. I'm gonna talk to Fosu. Fosu, what kept the team motivated to go and go that whole stretch and not lose that first semester except the last game there?
You mean the first semester?
Yeah.
Like first half of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think that we were good. I knew we were good, you know, but I was kind of surprised that, you know, we gelled that quick, you know, as a team. I know I like being with my teammates and stuff, but I didn't think that we were gonna go, you know, play those games with confidence and knowing that it's like we went to games knowing that we were gonna win, you know. And I think that we brought that every single game, you know. So when the first game we won, you know, and then we brought it to the next game, and it just felt like a Cinderella story, you know. Just after every game, it felt like we knew we were gonna win. So when the Momo game, I was kind of hurt because I was like, wait, we're not supposed to lose. Like, you're not supposed to lose, you know. But I don't want to blame it on Ben. You know what I'm saying? It's not Ben, you know. But Ben did say that we were gonna win that game. You know, I think he posted on something. I don't know.
That's what got Nicky. That's what got Nicky and all them fight.
Yeah. I think those guys were rattled because, oh yeah, Vanier is undefeated. Oh yeah, we're gonna put a stop to that. You know, so that's what hurt because I felt like those guys were confident and they played a good game. I'm not gonna lie, they played a good game. But
it just brought us down to earth. Was that the game we almost got into a scrap and all that with those guys?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Right.
I remember.
Yo, Kenny, did you remember your game against Vanier at our house?
To be honest, no. I just know we lost.
Because I remember one specific thing. Yo, Malcolm, I don't know if you remember this. We were on the bench. And then I think Ted made a pass by mistake and it went to you on the bench. And then you were like, you don't remember, huh? And you were like, you're like, I don't play for you guys. I don't play for you guys. and then he got angry. You don't remember? Yeah. And then the carry had to come and tell us to shut up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, because I remember that game. Like, so Jerome was still new to the team, and I remember Youssef, who was like one of the best point guards in the league. He came up to me after the game, and like we had won. I don't remember by how much, but I think it's one of the only times in my life. So, all right. So, but like, listen, it's one of the only times in my life where I think I scored 24 that game or something, and I was the third best scorer in that game. And Youssef comes up to me and goes, yo, like, I knew you guys, like, Seth, who the hell is this Jerome guy? Yo, this gars-là sort d'où? Like, comment il arrive là? And I got to guard him and blah, blah, blah. Like,
yo, after the game, in the locker room, we were all like, yo, who's Jerome? Who's that guy? in high school, like, who's that guy? He just dropped like 30 points. Like, we were all surprised. To be honest, we were all surprised by the way Jerome was playing, and we were all wondering, like, where that guy's from. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember the first game, but I remember the second game when we won.
That year I was out there.
That's when I think me, Foles.
Yeah, didn't play.
And Ben, I don't think you played that game either. I don't know. It was three.
Wait, Champlain beat us?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah. Oh, right before our last game, bro.
Last game.
It was Andy's strategic.
Oh yeah, because we had already locked up first place.
Yeah.
Listen, our first, me and Lenny's defense though. We didn't play the last game though. Me and Lenny didn't play the last game.
Yeah, and that whole game we ran one play. I remember that.
Oh,
one play, the whole game.
Triple
is the whole game, one play, bro. And y'all lost. Y'all won by what, 2 or 1?
Like, I don't remember. I just remember.
Yeah, y'all struggle.
Yeah.
Y'all struggle. I remember giving you guys a business.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
It's funny.
Oh man.
Juste rapidement, Gresh, est-ce que tu peux parler un peu de ton rôle dans l'équipe? You had like Lenny, Ben, Jerome, and you were a rookie.
Jonah, Mikey, all that, yeah.
Tu parlais de ton rôle. Est-ce que tu pensais que tu allais jouer plus? C'était quoi ton rôle? Comment?
Honestly, when I first got to the team, like I was playing on the Quebec team over the summer. So Andy was like, "Oh, you're a good recruit, blah blah blah. You'll get playing time." But once I got there to Vanier, like I didn't know what to expect really, because I didn't know the guys really. And then there was a whole bunch of rookies like me, Mikey, Call, so Chris Henney. Like we're like 5-6 rookies. So I felt like I still had to make my like I still had to make room and make my way for my playing time. But I didn't know which role I was gonna have, And then honestly, the fact that the guys love competing and practice were hard. Like I didn't expect that, So then I felt like I didn't have a role. And the fact that I played with the Quebec team and I was in the starting five, I was like, oh man, I feel like I should start, And like I think I started like the first few games, and then once Jerome started to be like Jerome, then like my role kind of got reduced a little bit. But even then, I still like felt like I still had to keep working and still had to do what I needed to do to help the team win. So like once I started coming off the bench, I was just like, you know what? Let's try to be the best player off the bench and let the guys do what they do. Because, you got Ben on the second year, Lenny on the second year, Fosu's there, Faz was there, Seth came back, So I felt like me and all of the guys on the bench, and all the other rookies, I had to just step it up for the other guys because we all felt like me, Mikey, Johnny, and maybe other rookies, we all felt like we could have been starters on any other CCAA teams, and we're like, oh, we're on the bench at Vanier, but still, let's make something out of it, Let's try to be the best bench in the province or in the country,
Yeah. I think that's what helped us the most, though, because the competition we had between us. Yeah. Like playing the games, it was so much easier playing the games because within practice we were fighting for minutes. We were pushing each other crazy. So I remember the battles we had in practice and stuff. It was good. I think it was good for us and made us closer at the end of the day to win that championship.
Yeah. Carl, you remember coming from a team where Bev, you didn't know anyone, all that stuff. And I remember that first game we played Dawson. You hit some big shots. You guys remember that? Yeah, you remember that. So tell us, walk me through, what was your mindset? You're like, you seen the team, you're like, damn, there's a lot of players on this team that are good. Where'd you find that motivation to play the way you did, or like throughout the year and all that? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, because when I first got there, and especially before I went to the camp where you got injured, you were the one that like I was kind of following, right? And then you were kind of trying dealing with all your own thing there. So then everybody gets hurt. Faz isn't ready to play and all that, and then all of a sudden I found myself, we're playing the first game, and then after that I started starting, and I'm like, well, hold on a second, I didn't even know I was gonna be on this team like 2 months ago, and then all of a sudden I'm So for me it was Fosu and Lenny that I'm gonna be honest here, I didn't want to disappoint because you guys were going really hard in practice, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be the the little not gonna pull out words here, but just not gonna be the bad guy doing the bad things there. So once I got in, and those, there's a couple of games where I managed to make those shots. Those came natural, but I never really wanted to take any shots or anything like that. I just wanted to help as much as I could because I knew you were coming back. I knew Malcolm was coming back, so I figured if I can do something to hold on, make you guys get to there. And obviously I blew a lot of wide layups. That's my thing. Everybody knows that. Hey, that's what I do.
Welcome. Yeah.
That's, I blew a lot of wide layups. So that game that Ben was talking about earlier, I remember I missed a couple layups there. So I'll take a lot of the blame there too. But I was there to the best part of that season. I think was when the one that I think I contributed quite a bit was when I was fighting Boris and the big guys at Saint Foy. Because I was used to those kind of players before. So you put me in there, and I'll make the occasional three. So that's
all right.
Yeah, those threes were big, though. No one expected that, for sure.
I didn't expect that either. I was playing center the year before, and all of a sudden I'm shooting threes. I don't know what. I'm with the Bishops and play hard. Like,
yo, big threes, bro.
Yo, no lie, Carl used to miss mad layups, though.
I'm taking that, though.
What?
Can you guys talk about obstacles that you guys faced during that year, other than injury? Did other obstacle or big loss or like?
Damn.
I don't know. I think when we lost to Momo, we kind of lost the momentum. Yeah. Right when we came back, we lost to Dawson. I'm like, yo, hold on, man.
That was not fun too, though.
Nah, that was like that Dawson game.
That was. Nah, that was
just back. It was just back and forth. That's
Yeah.
what it
No.
was.
I mean, but honestly,
that was a big game.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a big game.
That was a big
Listen,
game,
First
man.
one, they were pissed.
Y'all don't remember the turnover? Because I remember.
yeah. No, but I think
Nah, bring us back. I don't remember.
So, yeah. So, because I think probably Jerome, the carry, and Lenny probably wanted to kick me off the team.
What?
How you gonna do that?
But but listen. Like we had the ball, and I think we were up 1 or down 1 or 2, and I threw a chest pass trying to give it to either Lenny or Jerome on top of the key, and like Gilda, who played for Dawson, was right there. And so I pretty much gave a chest pass to the opposite team, got a fast break layup, and I went down 4. And then Jerome hits like a crazy turnaround three, like double team, like he usually does, right? So nobody's surprised.
Okay. I remember you went behind me, and I know you wanted the ball maybe because you wanted to get back.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I did not want to give you the ball.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm throwing this up.
yeah. And it went in because
we didn't want to lose that game. I'm like, I gotta hit this.
I think to this day, that's probably one of the craziest games ever played at Vanier.
But that was probably on which has not really like a link with us, but that was probably the last time I saw Chris Joe play that well.
yeah.
Like Chris Joe, like the point guard from Dawson.
Yeah.
He just killed us. Like he had like 20 plus points, and like they were celebrating like they won the championship. Like they were having jumping up
It was
and down.
something to beat us, though. It was something
to beat us.
Oh, they had the shirts. They had
Right, Kenny? Was it something to beat us?
Non, mais tu fais fine.
But listen, we did do the same thing to them. The first game when we went to their house.
We didn't celebrate like that.
I mean, I was celebrating. I'm not gonna lie.
You were. Wasn't that when you were hitting your head?
Celebrating.
No, I was definitely celebrating, bro.
Celebrating. I'm not gonna lie.
You know those Vanier Dawson games is
Like honestly, like when I came into like the Vanier program, obviously everybody know Vanier, Dawson, rivalry, and all that stuff. And one of the things that really got me is that they said we haven't beaten Champlain in like what, 4 years? What was it again?
Yeah, some years, bro. Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro, this is about to change this year. It's about to change that. Because,
and we still lost every game to Champlain our first year.
yeah, our first year we lost every game. So that's why it like really pissed me off even more that year. It's like the losses to Champlain, the loss in the provincials. I'm like, yo, we got the squad. Like we could do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the second year, I'm like, I'm not going for this. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like we really came together. We gelled. We meshed. And we made it happen, bro.
I got a question. So, what off the court? Because to be honest, we were probably closer than most teams in the league off the court. And like just like on the court we were. What off the court stuff did we do to, keep that chemistry intact and keep because off the court we all like messed with each other, right? So
yeah,
which I know a lot of teams don't do that. You just go to practice after that's done. They don't talk to each other after. So if anybody,
I think like. I could say, like, Andy had a big part of that, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, as a coach, like, he took us, like, as a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside of basketball, outside of everything else, he'd always bring us together, get-togethers, you know what I'm saying? Just to, like, chill a little bit, like, just think outside of basketball, get our mind off it a little bit. Because, it's not always about basketball, we human beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we need to chill and just get together to just have fun a little bit. So, I owe it to Andy for, like, doing that because that honestly brought us together even more, too.
Do you guys remember the restaurant that we used to go to sometimes?
Yo, Hooters, man.
Yeah.
That said it quick.
Every Monday.
That said it quick. Go to Hooters, yeah. And also, I think one thing that we used to sometimes we used to go out together, go some parties together. I think that's what it's a big part, bro.
Yo, on était tout le temps à Jake's ensemble.
That's true. You see?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yo, like as soon as we were out of class, you go to Jake's, you see like 4 of you guys. We just end up spending like an hour and a half.
The Learning Center.
Learning Center.
You remember what's that guy's name?
Jim Atkinson.
Yeah.
And the fruit snacks and stuff.
The snacks,
All
yeah.
the snacks, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for real, like I think it's really like you said, like campus life was huge. Like we always like if we see any of us, we'll be joking. Like any of us. It's not like there's someone on the team like we wouldn't be like cool with or chilling with. You know what I mean? Like everyone we're always dapping up each other every time we see each other. But like you said, like Jake's yo says Joker. He said like Jake's like Jake's like sometimes I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I'm chilling with y'all all day. What time's the class? Class at 11.
I don't even remember.
What time is it? 5 o'clock? What time's practice? Alright, it's time to go to practice? Alright, see you later. Remember Jake's all day. Like
remember on the bus? On the bus we had a left side, right side.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Ooh, that's remember that. Remember that.
The rap battles.
Bro, the rap battle.
Yeah, better. See, I'm telling you, off the court, we were a lot closer than a lot of people think we were. You know, and I think that's what really helped. Because if you think about it, I think that year we probably won 5 games more than 10 points. Every other game we lost, but we just click in the fourth quarter. That's what it was, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's because when we interviewed Andy, what's his name? Kenny. When we interviewed Andy said that almost every game one was giving him a heart attack because we were always because there was a tight game every game going into the fourth. Yeah. And everyone saw how it clicked. So,
but how crazy it is that like even like you said, like every time we went to a game, like I don't think we went to one game where like I was fretting. Like that we weren't going to play good, or we weren't going to win. Like even the games that, like you said, we lost the Momo game, we lost the Dawson game. Like the games that we lost, like I don't know from experiences from other teams, sometimes the loss just drags on like for weeks, and everyone's just down. Yeah. Whereas like for us, it's like we lost. All right,
but we had a lot of ballers on that team though.
Yeah, man.
No, we were talking like Gresh and Johnny and Jonah were coming off the bench as like 7, 8, 9, and they were all like Canadian all-stars at university level. Like it was not like we had like 2 starters. We had two starting 5s on our team. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
Then,
when you think about it,
you got guys really like Brent.
And Brent was a walk-on.
Guy, Traz.
Yeah.
Brent was our KG, man. Like this guy when sometimes we weren't going together, this guy would just break us, bro. Just like low key like shit.
Just go through everything.
Yeah, Brent. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brent.
So one thing I want to know is why Lenny and Fosu didn't play the last game of the season against us, and also I want to know what was you guys' mindset going to the playoff.
Didn't we play you guys the first game in the playoffs?
Yeah. First game.
I think that was
your second game.
Your second game, yeah.
I think that was the. I don't know.
They're practicing that corner 3.
I think that's what it was. I think because Annie knew we're going to be playing Champlain.
Yeah, because who did you guys play first? Dawson or something?
Momo. We played Momo.
Yeah, I think it was because of that or something.
And that's why we ran the same play because he wanted to show nothing.
Nothing at all.
Oh wait, the question was for who exactly? Because I think I heard my name.
Fosu, why didn't you play? Why didn't you let you play?
I think I heard my name. But no, to be honest, like the mindset of not playing that game was as a baller, you want to play every game you want to play, But then I was like, okay, you know what? You have to look at the bigger picture. Are we trying to win this measly game right here? Which I think the guys are still going to win. I think the guys are still going to win. But am I really trying to sacrifice myself, knowing that I feel like I'm a key player of the team,
And Fosu gets his technicals and stuff.
Right, I'm emotional when it comes to that.
Fosu broke a water bottle, bro, in Ontario.
You almost killed the guy.
But I believe that, Andy had the right strategy when it came to, like, not playing me, I feel, and Lenny too, because I feel like those were – he could have done that with anybody else, though, but – to be honest, that proves to me that I'm really special. I'm sorry to tell you, but Lenny, would you agree?
Inflated his ego.
They didn't want you to get disqualified, bro.
That's what it was. Yeah, your technical fouls you pick up.
We didn't want that game.
You were at the limit.
That's a good point too, though. That's a good
point. You're not playing no matter what.
One thing that I didn't like when we interviewed Andy, he said that you guys were all sick when we played you guys in the semifinal. That's the first time in 10 years I heard that.
You remember?
Facts.
Yes.
Never told me that. I was with Seth for 5 years.
You remember that?
Seth never told me that.
Yeah, because I don't bring that up. I told Kenny, I'm like, we won. At the end of the day, I don't want to brag about it because we beat you guys. You know, so at the end of the day, we beat you guys. Plus, we were
Dagwoods. Dagwoods.
Oh my God. Till this day, I do not eat cold meat because of that situation. I remember we're sitting in the stands. We're like, okay, we're gonna watch the next game. See who we're playing. It was like the last game of the day, like late night. You know, he came. Oh, everyone here's some Dagwoods. Everyone eat good. You know, get ready, watch the game. As soon as I got up, I went through like Atwater. You know, when you be docking. Bro, when I tell you my insides are all over Atwater, bro, that was the worst feeling of life. Like, oh man.
You didn't play the first game, right, Malcolm?
I didn't play. No, I was in the
Johnny
I was ready. That would have been the first one.
No, that was like, no.
That would have been the perfect revenge for me, but my body wasn't doing it, and y'all hold it down. So I respect.
So wait, that means it is true that it's good that I didn't play the last game, because then if something were to happen and I didn't play, that means I am special, bro.
Carl, toi t'as pas l'air de menteur, c'est vrai? Tout le monde était malade? Everyone was sick for real?
Not everyone.
À part la personne qui n'a pas mangé le Dagwoods, puis c'était moi, puis je sais plus, il y avait deux personnes qui n'ont pas mangé le Dagwood. Yeah, I didn't eat the Dagwood, so I was fine. And but the guys were like, there was a lineup at the watch.
My booty was on fire.
It was bad.
I was in the fetal position in the shower.
My booty was on fire.
You should have seen them after the game. After the game was even worse. They were dehydrated and all messed up.
Yeah,
dude, that was bad.
And then I remember the last shot, Lenny. Going through your mind in that buzzer against Champlain.
Man. Honestly, it didn't feel anything abnormal. Honestly, like it just felt like a regular shot to me. You know, like I remember he shot that day. Like I remember him telling me like he thought my shot was off or something like that. But I'm like, bro, that felt good, bro. The shot from that one-legged jumper, everything. Because you know, a lot of times when we're in the gym, we be fooling around, you know, taking off-balance shots or whatnot. But some of those shots I take it serious because you never know. Like as a jump shooting or creative jump shooter or whatever you want to call it. Like you got to practice those because you never know. So when that time came, it was green light. I'm like,
I remember that play was. I remember this. That play was for Ben. Yeah. I remember. I think who was on the court? Ben, Fosu, Jerome. I think Jerome set a pick for Ben, but I remember I had the ball on the sideline, and Ben was just coming off. He's coming off too slow, you know. I'm like, this. I'm like,
no.
I remember.
I think he was coming up too high.
Yeah,
too high.
I think it was too high.
They switched everything. They knew it was coming for the shooter.
Oh, here you go.
No, for real. They knew they switched everything. And Lenny wasn't even open.
Lenny was open. He was open.
Lenny was open.
Lenny
that pass was amazing pass. Amazing pass.
So the thing is, we were supposed to switch everything. And I'm not going to throw that guy under the bus, but it didn't switch.
Who didn't switch?
Like I'm not gonna say.
Okay, listen. Okay, let me say this.
Let me say this.
I'm not gonna say his name, but
go to the film. I'll pull up the video right now. Let me pull up the video right now.
Yeah, I was supposed to set a screen on someone. Yeah, I think I was supposed to set a screen for Lenny.
Yeah,
and then I mean that's what the play he's talking about. Somebody was supposed to switch, I guess, to take Lenny.
Yeah,
but the person never switched. But to my point, I think Ben was a good decoy because everybody in the gym was like, "Yo,
for sure, everyone in the gym,
it's going to Ben." But
Loki, I was the one switching to Ben, so I was like, "Please, Ben," because we knew the play was probably for Ben.
I'm about to tell you.
I was the one switching on Ben, so I was like, "Please, Ben,
use it for something."
That shot. So
I'm about to tell you right now.
And I think Ben was.
So who was guarding me?
What?
So
the
So
person was
Youssef
guarding
ended
me.
up on Lenny.
Oh.
It was late.
Who was on Lenny?
Youssef.
Number 4. That was Youssef, no?
Youssef.
Yeah. Youssef was on Lenny when Lenny shot it.
Yo, gosh, you see Kenny, huh?
I know I was on Ben. At the end, I know I was on Ben.
Oh, I know who it was. It was what's his name? Mukaye?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yo, Kenny's watched it. He watched the video 100 times. He knows what it is.
He's pleading the fifth right now, man.
Man. And listen,
That's
so
a good man. That's a good man.
I have a question. So going to the finals, where Jerome decided to explode, Mr. Jerome Blake, Mr.
Vibes.
41. I think till this day, it's still the highest. It's still the record, huh?
It should stay forever.
Yep.
Still the record for the finals, So Jerome, what was? To be honest with you, playing in the game, I didn't even realize you had 41 until at the end of the game.
Yo, I had to go hard because I remember before the game, man, who did we play before that? Champlain?
Yeah.
Champagne.
Yeah, it's Andy sat everybody down, like telling us what to do and all. And then he was telling me, oh, you don't need to do too much, we have a lot of players, just play your game. And for me, I'm like, nah, I gotta kill this game. This is crazy. We're playing St. Foy. Nah, who was the little guy there?
Oh,
I know who you're talking about.
No, but I was like, I remember playing them within the season. I'm like, nah, I gotta go hard. With who was their center?
Boris.
So yeah, he got me a couple hard times with his screens.
He killed Full, by the way.
Then I'm like, no, I have to.
Wait, let me say something first. My bad. He killed Full, man. Okay, to my defense. Okay, listen. During the whole year, I think I did a good job with Boris. Boris is 6'9", whatever. I think I did a good job. For that game, for some reason, he was going crazy, and I didn't know how to do it. I'm like, Malcolm, can you help me, man?
Listen, Malcolm, can you help me?
But anyways, Jerome, go ahead.
Jerome, bro.
It's just that. And I just wanted to go hard. I wanted to kill them. So, and most of their plays, they're running on offense. I knew them, and they were really. You couldn't see what they're doing. So those steals that I got in the middle of the court was like I was just analyzing it, and I'm like, nah, I gotta kill those and ones. I knew how they play, so I'm like, nah, I'm going hard this one. And that year too, like when we started the year in training camp and all, when we stepped in the gym and everything, my grandmother passed away. So for me that year, I'm like, nah, I have to go hard. I want to win it for her. I want to do everything. So that was special for me at the end still.
Mr. 41.
Yeah.
41. Did you guys feel disrespectful that Lenny didn't win, I guess, MVP that year and Andy didn't win Coach of the Year and you guys finished first?
It doesn't matter. We won the Nationals.
Yeah.
But
honestly,
for sure, we're disrespectful.
It was known. It was like more like we knew. Like when it didn't happen, we're just like, all right. Even Andy knew. Even Andy was like, of course not gonna shoot, man. Like everyone just like, wow, okay. The honestly, like all there, like through the whole Nationals too. The disrespect was heavy. So
heavy. Wait, to say Lenny?
I said before going into Vanier, like. When I used to play for Sun U, like I used to always hear like people disrespect Vanier, you know what I'm saying? Like VC ain't nothing, VC ain't that. So like when I finally committed to Vanier, I already expected like what was gonna happen. Like people was not gonna respect us, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna look at us the same as other organizations because we're Vanier, like we're the bad guys. So wherever we go, it's no respect. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't even surprised with all the accolades, but honestly, I don't even care because honestly. Those championships speaks volumes, you know what I'm saying? Provincials and nationals in 1 year, so I'm not even worried about it.
Listen, to your point, I felt like it fueled us in a way, knowing that, because you know how it can get to your head thinking we're the best, even though we know we're the best, I think, knowing that when we went to nationals and they ranked us 7th, like, wait a minute, like, yo, we just won provincials, why are you putting us so low? And then we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to prove to you why we belong,
Were we ranked 8?
7.
It was 7.
Yeah, 7.
Well, basically, it's because Durham hosted it, so they're automatically 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then out of all the teams that won and came second or whatever, we were 7th. So we were last basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And nobody thought we were going to win.
No, till this day, I remember, if we're moving on to the nationals now, remember when we were at the banquet and they had like the whole like the sports center thing? And they started talking about every team.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't say nothing about Vanier.
At nationals, yeah.
Oh, I was just like, wow.
The
Okay.
disrespect.
I said, wow. Okay. They talked about first team, second team, third team, 14, 15, 16, 18. What? Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my God, that was
But did you guys knew that you guys were going to win, or you guys were just happy to be at national? What was your guys' mindset going to the first game, playing the second seed?
We played who?
I think
We
like
played Kong the first game. I'll never forget that.
all right, so before we actually went into the nationals, we had a practice, and Andy brought out this paper with a picture on it. And I guess it was a Facebook post of one of their players posting on Facebook.
Oh, shit.
It had a target on me, Ben, and Jerome.
Yo, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it had a target on me, Ben, and Jerome, basically saying, like, they're going to kill us, but they're going to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? If they take care of us, it's a wrap. So when I seen that, I'm like, all right, bet. Like, when we all seen it, matter of fact, we're like, all right, bet. Because it's kind of a disrespect to the rest of the guys on our team because they think those other guys can't hoop either. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I tell you we have dogs on our team, Gresh, Johnny, Jonah. Like, these guys, like you said, like they'll be like stars on other teams too. There are stars on our team too as well, but most teams don't understand how many dogs we had on the team. So you know what? Everybody was like, all right, bet. We all had a chip on our shoulder, and we went to it like, yo, we're gonna beat these guys, you know? Because that first game, everybody's talking ball Kong this, ball Kong that, play that.
Ball Kong. I didn't even know who he was.
He did drop a lot of points though. He did drop.
He dropped
nasty though.
22 or something. Yeah.
No, but he was talking smack the whole game too. Like
he could drop more.
Yeah, but you guys did a good job, man.
Yeah.
You guys kept rotating and had Gresh coming in. That was good, yo.
I was guarding him, and then Gresh will come in, then Johnny will come in, and it'll work.
Johnny boy. Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, we had dogs on our team. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never made it easy for anybody, bro. Like you said, we had Johnny, Seth, and Gresh. Like, throw everybody at you. Like, you're going to have to work for these points, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to have to respect. We have to, like, make teams respect us. You know what I'm saying? Even though at the end of the game, he didn't even want to respect us. It don't matter. I'm like, on to the next one.
But you see, to your point again, why would that team try to poke? You know, the cheetah is just chilling, you know, just relaxing. Why would you try to circle? Even though I didn't get circled, I was like, you guys, they circled you guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to play the game.
Felt some type of way. You know? It's like, why did they circle me? I'm special. Why did they circle me?
Oh, man.
You know? But I think that game was a close game. I'm not gonna lie.
I fouled. Yeah.
That was our closest game in the national technique.
Right.
I think that was our hardest game.
That was
the hardest game.
Once we won that game, I'm
like, yo, we won this.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah, it was done.
Me personally, after we won, I'm like, there's no way we're losing to anybody.
Yeah, I didn't think we could win that game, but then the second we won it, even in the finals, we were down by like 10 or whatever at halftime.
7.
I thought, we were gonna smoke them. It felt like it. Like we went to the locker room, was like, all right, we're gonna smoke them. All right.
Before we went to nationals,
Wait.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Andy has all those like stories about like, oh, the last time Vanier won a national.
This happened.
Yeah, this happened. Everything kept happening, you know? So I was just like, is this a myth or like is this not happening for real, you know?
Yeah.
He brought the old coach too.
I think, Gush, I remember that. My memory, I think the last time Vanier won nationals, they finished 13-3, right? And I think just like us, and I think also one of their players broke their legs, like one of their starters.
Yeah.
And then also,
Johnny broke his tooth.
Yeah, you know, like so many things that happened in 1979 was happening that same year. So it's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah. And then I was just
wow.
I didn't know, you know. I was like, man, is he putting a curse on us? Or like, are we gonna win for real, you know? But then we went there, you know, with the right mentality and just played ball.
Yeah. And fast forward to the finals. We played that team that, like said, Carl said, they were super fast. You guys remember the point guards? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Jerome was like, "Yo, what are these white boys?
Little running backs, bro.
White boys are crazy, man."
Score gone. Yeah. So in the finals, I guess at halftime, like Carl said, we were down at half. Going into the locker room, we're down at half. It's the national championship game. What was going through your minds? You know, were you guys cool, calm? What was going on?
I mean, I felt like we were gonna blow them out. I don't remember how much. Yeah. I don't remember how much we won by, but like I remember we were going into halftime and we're just looking at each other like, yeah, like these guys are not good.
17.
Like, we won by 17.
17.
Yeah. So that means we won the second half by 24, and like I don't know, in the locker room there was no panic, but I mean it was like that all year too though.
Yo, and you played D, bro. You've had 5 steals in like 5 minutes, not even like.
Nah, I had 8, but you know.
Who's got this guy? Yeah, and I remember Fosu had 0 points in that game.
Yo,
and at the end,
2 points.
No, let me finish.
2 free throws.
Yeah, so Fosu had 0 points, and it was like towards the end of the game, he got a rebound. I know for a fact, like Lenny was open. Even I was open. This guy did not pass the ball. He wanted to go shoot 2 free throws.
Yo, but listen,
what do I look like not scoring in the national finals game? What do I look like? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but the possession before, he goes up to Seth and myself. He has 0 points, and there's like 20 seconds left. Yo, Ben, Seth, just give me the ball. Just give me the
Oh man. Wait, I just remembered something. That same year at John Abbott, I think it was the second quarter, we scored 1 point.
What?
Do you guys remember that?
Oh, it was like in a quarter or something.
It was at John Abbott, and we're playing John Abbott, and in the second quarter, as a team, we scored 1 point.
Yeah. I remember.
Did we win that game?
Yeah, we won that game.
They were banging all the drums and stuff. Like they were going crazy.
Yeah. We scored 1 point that quarter in the locker room, and he ripped us. Yeah, it was off a free throw. You guys remember?
At Vanier?
No.
Where we scored 1 point at Vanier?
At Vanier
we can't. Vanier is too much.
No way.
Yeah, it was at Abbott. Yeah, so you guys did it. So that was pretty cool. So tell us, Malcolm. One thing that comes to mind was after we won that game in the locker room, there's a video. I don't know if it's still online. You remember that, Kenny?
Yeah.
Sent a message to Max, to the whole Champlain team. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, like I said, like I felt so disrespected by dude a little bit, like, and then how they treated me after, like I never had like any like bad like beef against them, you know? Mm-hmm. And it was just like how they treated, like how like I don't know, the vibe was just off. Like I felt like this, like I'm like the public enemy number 1, like you're the worst guy ever, like, you know. So I was like, all right, you want to go to war? We're gonna go to war. Let's see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So any opportunity that I got, like I had to throw shots. I had to.
I'm gonna post all the videos that the songs that you were singing to, all that. I'm gonna post that all on social media this week.
Do it. One of those times, man. Like I said, like back then it was war. You know what I mean? Like that was just how it was. Like we had the Dawson War, we had the Momo had a little war with them. We had the Champlain War. Like it was just a different time. And low key, that's what I miss. Low key, like I like how we had it back then with like the shirts and like it was just pure war. Like it was amazing. It was amazing.
Side note, we had the hardest huddle out there when we started.
The hardest huddle.
Remember we had the on the floor.
That got us hype every game, boy.
Kadesh, what'd you say?
That boy Thresh got us hype.
Remember on the bench, like whenever someone scored 2 free throws, I think.
The foot.
Yeah. Tap twice and then cross your leg.
Well, we had the hardest huddle.
And what's the feeling of winning a national championship? Like, how you guys feel? I see Seth every day is always bringing up the final championship. Like, what's the feeling? What's the feeling?
Yo, ask Mikey that guy. He disappeared for a while. But yeah, there you go.
It's just something you can brag about all your life, man.
I think the biggest thing, it was like the venue where we're at where it wasn't the best. I think if we were in any other like major city, it would have been nuts.
Because it was in Oshawa, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have
the venue was nice. It's just there was no crowd and anything.
No, that's what I said. Like after that, in the city, it was like such a small town. We didn't do nothing. We just like chilled and like just enjoyed each other's company. Turned up a little bit.
Yeah, I remember they played the piano. Sang some songs.
We didn't do much, but I feel like for me at least, like coming back to Montreal. Oh, bro, you can't talk to me. Can't talk to me. Yo, we all had our national championship long sleeve shirts walking through Vanier. Yo, everybody was like, "Damn, bro,
these guys, yeah."
And then especially knowing that our football team was wicked at the time too, and they were just winning back to back. So for us to win too, it was like that school was lit that year. Still. That was it. That was it. Like
I remember, I think the week after, I think we all went to Tokyo. Yo, Gresh, alors on danse. Yeah, that's what, you know?
I remember.
So we all went to Tokyo to party.
Bro, I think I partied for probably a month.
A month, though.
Yeah.
You guys didn't invite me not once, guy. Not even for Hooters.
We yo, is a team.
Not once. Not once. Not even for Hooters.
We told everyone to go. Everyone came.
No, man, like you were saying, Kenny, that feeling was great, man. Like, it just felt like we were on top, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, just everything that transpired, you know, from winning provincials and then winning nationals, you're just like, we made it, you know what I'm saying? Now y'all can't say nothing. There's no excuses no more. We did it. Say something. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So we the champs now, you know what I'm saying? So, that feeling was amazing. And especially when we came back home, it's like, the big dog's home now, you know? Like, y'all can't say nothing, bro. Like, we did it. You know what I'm saying?
Can you say something?
What Andy said after the final? What he said?
Well, actually, before you get to that, provincials, we had a little so provincials, something happened to where Andy did not get to cut the net.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
So after that, when we won nationals, everybody's like, yo, hold on. Yo, Andy, come cut this net. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made it special for him. Like, yo, come cut this net because we didn't give you that first chance. This is your second chance on a bigger stage. So go ahead and cut that net. You know what I'm saying? So that was big.
And Jerome also dropped. I think he dropped like 32 that game. The finals game, another big game.
I think it was 37 still.
Jerome just always showed up, bro. Big games, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Big games. That's when you have to show up.
Yeah, but you know what? In the finals, though,
that was what demoralized them.
Yo, Seth showed up in the final game too.
That was sick, bro. Yeah, my jump shot from the free throw. Yeah, mid-range. And I was sick too. I was sick.
Yeah.
That dunk, I'm telling you, that was like game over.
Yeah. But yo, sick. Kenny, you have anything else?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. So
listen,
the one.
Let me just add this because, you know, the rookies that came in that year, they understand the struggle that we went through. You know, we had to be the sacrificial lamb. You know, losing the first year versus Dawson. You know, it kind of hurt because I took everything personal.
That hurt.
I took everything personal. So then to be on that big stage, you know, it felt like wow, we actually did it. Like, I'm looking at each and everybody's faces, and I'm like, wow, like these guys are my brothers. Like, it's more than family, you know. So I look at them like, damn, like I'm actually happy for everyone, you know. It felt like it was not just for me. It was not just for. It felt like I did it with the people that I love being with every day, you know. And that's I think that's a better answer for you, Kenny.
And you put Quebec on the map with that national too.
For sure. Yeah. And with the one thing that's like really big is I think everyone except I'm trying to think went on to play university on that team. to the next level.
Everybody did.
Everyone did, and that's pretty big. You don't hear that a lot. That's huge. Every single person. So.
Shout out to Johnny, because that boy wanted a university and won another one, bro.
Shout out to Johnny Burrell.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. That has 2 nationals in his back pocket. That's crazy, man. Yeah.
No, quick shout out to Coach White for 2 things.
Hey,
Coach
White.
You guys stole Malcolm and you guys stole White.
Oh, bro.
First off, you had to tuck in your jersey to practice. Tuck it in.
Study hall.
And second,
Louisville.
dress, yo.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville.
I remember
Yeah.
him and Andy got into a little argument in the timeout.
Yeah.
He still wanted to do it, and then Andy's like, nah, we're up 20. Like, we have to play man, and then I don't know.
Coach White was value the ball. The ball. I lied, yeah.
These are teachings we'll never forget. These are some valuable words.
Valuable words. They can't keep up with us. All we gotta do is value the ball. You know? They can't keep up with us.
But that Louisville works sometimes, so we can't lie.
Yeah, man. So yeah, shout out to the carry, man.
The carry too.
Yeah, man.
Sir.
The whole coaching
You know,
staff.
like as a feeling though, as a team, I felt like even when we won, we were also really, I say, happy for the coaches and Andy with like everything that like he had to endure throughout the years of disrespect, whatever. Like, you know, he should have won Coach of the Year like multiple times, and you know, when we won, like it was just a sigh of relief for him because even though he couldn't really show it, like Coach was always like, you know, he'd be like, hey, you just won a national championship. How you feeling? You know, I'm good. It's my first one. Like he was super happy, and like we were happy for him because with everything that he had to like endure, like for real, like that was the best reward we could give him.
That's
for
right.
real.
And what you guys think of the program right now? You guys just won like 2 years in a row. There's a guy who might get drafted in the NBA. This guy from CCAA.
The year before we all got recruited by Andy, they missed the playoffs. They finished next to last. And we all stepped in, and for the past 10 years, so basically last decade, I think Vanier won like, 4 more times?
Yeah.
I think. So after us, 1 out of every 2 years, they pretty much win.
Powerhouse.
You know?
But
so
I think that's what it, like, going off of what Ben said,
that.
like, like after we won that, it was like everyone was like, "Oh, Vanier."
Yeah,
oh, we gotta go to Vanier. We gotta go to Vanier. I know Andy was just happy, man. He just had talent after talent. So
I can't front like maybe at our time or before our time, it was always Champlain, bro. Everybody wants to go.
Oh yeah, want to go to Champlain.
You know what I'm saying?
I was signed to Champlain, boy. Like,
you made a wise choice, bro.
Yeah, man, and that's true. And
the fact that we're still here 10 years, I mean, we're pretty much 2021 in a month or two.
Reunion.
And you still have people asking about that team and talking about that team. Like, it's been 10 years.
Yo, you're making us feel old, guy.
You know?
10 years.
Are you guys going to celebrate the 10 years?
Sure.
We gonna get drunk.
COVID might have
Go to Hooters and I'm
gonna get drunk.
Yo, COVID, man. COVID has that all locked down, bro.
You're across the ocean, guy.
We should definitely set that up, though, next year.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. And that's what's big, man. It's big. And even, it's crazy because even till this day, I got kids always asking me about our team, you know, that are playing now. We're playing the years before, always asking, your 2011 team, like, how'd you guys do it? How'd you guys were so, like, I don't understand. I was like, I don't know. We just had the right.
It was just the vibe. It was just the vibe,
the chemistry, the family.
But you know what? There was one thing that came up that year, and I never expected it. Coach Andy was saying it at the beginning of the year. He said he wanted us to peak at the right moment. And I don't know how the hell that happened, but by some miracle, we did peak at the right moment. It was at the end there because, like I said, we had some stretches in the second half of the year where I remember we didn't play good at all. Even offensively in the playoffs, obviously the teams were ready for us and all that. Yeah. But we didn't score a lot. But then we got to nationals, and that was when we were the most ready. And Bull Calling and all them creepy ass dudes, They couldn't handle it, man. Jerome was exploding, and then all of a sudden everybody else was exploding, and so I think that's the one thing is we did peak at the right moment somehow.
Yeah.
Which was the main thing that made us win, I think.
I mean, we had a good coaching staff too.
That coaching staff was man, pushed us, man.
I want to cause a little bit of drama. Who was the best player on that team?
Me. It was me.
Hold on.
Best player?
Hold on. Before we answer that, one thing I really liked about our team is that we didn't have no ego like other teams have. We knew who does what. We knew Jerome was the scorer. Ben, Jerome, and Lenny were like, okay, let them score, do their thing. Fosu, Malcolm, the inside is their thing. Gresh, like Gresh said, the bench had their thing. Me, and everyone had their pieces that were just like, you know what? No one ever complained at the end of the game like, oh, I didn't play this much. I didn't do this. I didn't do that.
No, but we gotta say that it was difficult at times though, for sure, because we're like so many scores with that could drop 20 points, 25 points. So not everybody's getting their touches. But at the end of the day, when someone wasn't playing as good, someone could have picked up the slack. So I think that helped us a lot, like having so many scores and like and at the end of the day, we're unselfish too. So that helped us out a lot.
That's the PC answer. Ben, tell me what you call
Listen, they're not going to disagree. It's simple. Nobody's going to disagree. It's very simple. The best player was Lenny.
Okay.
The best player in the league was Lenny. The best scorer of probably all time in Vanier history, top 3 was Jerome Blake. It's that easy.
Facts.
Hold on. Like, one thing for sure though is I didn't hear one person say I didn't get enough shots up or whatever. That is for sure.
Are you sure Jerome never said that?
Do it. Let me answer that.
I could have got about.
You sure Jerome never said that?
Yeah. No, second year, third year was different, but first year not.
Supposed to what?
I allow them, I just took a back
That's
seat.
what we're saying. Me and supposed to allow them to try.
Because, I cannot be an ego guy and say, where's my shots? But I look at these guys and I'm like, okay, these guys can score. My job is easy. I just got to get rebound, talk in people's ear, be the tough guy, and then everything goes well. But, you know what I'm saying? I allow these guys. No, man, I'm joking though. But for real,
you're not.
Ben.
All I know is, like the guys you said, Lenny and Fozu, they recruited me, bro. They recruited me for a reason, they did like the LeBron James. They went in the summer. They say,
you were like Antonio Brown guy. He just showed up second half and just,
They said these words: if you come to Vanier, we're winning everything. And I said,
you must be happy with the decision.
I said, Alright. It makes sense. And then, we won everything.
On the table? It's crazy. It's
like,
bro.
If you look at it, it's crazy because before all this, we all played each other in the NBL. You know what I'm saying? Ben played for Dawson. Gresh played for Monac, Saint Michel. Bose played for Page. Who else, bro? Malcolm played for LaSalle. Lost to them in freaking
Mark X.
Hey, X.
PX. Seth was with PX. You know what I'm saying? Kenny was in high school on LaSalle. So we all played each other. So, like, when we were finally on a team together, it finally felt good and nice to actually be like, okay, yo, I'm done competing against these guys and I get to compete with these guys. You know what I'm saying? And I know we're all dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was actually pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the nationals, instead of repping like son, you this and that, we could actually finally say, okay, we repping Montreal. You know what I'm saying?
Montreal,
Facts.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice, man.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but like anyone, like if I'm teaching or talking to anyone about basketball, bro, there's like a certain feeling that our team had that never been, for me at least, never been replicated since. And like I don't know what it is. Maybe like you said, maybe it's an accumulation of like chemistry, everybody knowing the role, everyone's taking responsibility for the action, everyone just buying in, bro. It's like playing that year. If I could play that year
again,
4 more times again, bro, it was like the most easiest.
If no ego,
like,
there was no ego. That's what it was. No ego, bro. No one had an ego.
Now I'm here, I'm stressing, and other teams are just my head's busted. guards are fighting, and I'm just like, yo, guys are not committed. I'm just like, oh man,
But you know what? In practice too, it was similar. In practice, I remember everybody was going at everybody else.
Yeah.
That was good, and I think that's something that they try not to do anymore. And then teams will like they foster like a chemistry thing, and they kind of stop whatever when people going at each other. But I remember you guys were going at each other all the time, and I was like, "Holy shit! All right, well, cool." All right.
I used to always go with Ben, bro.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to be on Ben's head. That was fun.
I used to be on Ben's head, you know.
Well, listen, first of all, when I got to Vanier, Seth, Lenny, and I don't remember who thought I was shit and hated me. Don't fucking lie, that's true. Because y'all
no, we hate you. Is that you didn't play defense? That's what it was.
Cocky, though.
Yeah,
that's
listen. Let me tell you. Look, y'all thought I was shit. Y'all thought I could only shoot. Y'all thought I couldn't play. Me and Jerome met in macroeconomics class, and Jerome was my boy, dog. Like we talked. Like then Jerome got to know me on the court, and my dumb ass. And now everybody started hating me when I was playing basketball because I was so cocky and like I didn't care about nothing. But I got the respect when we went to the States because Lenny played me like all throughout high school. I used to kick my ass, bro. Like not like summer season every game. And then we went to the States, and then we had it's the first year where we beat like those top prep schools or whatever. And I had like a good weekend, and from there on, there was like a respect that kind of entered. But with that respect came the fact that like, all right, you're bad at this, so I'm just gonna expose you every day. And I had to deal with that for 2 years.
That's what it was. That's what it was for me. Because it was like,
yo,
I always knew Ben is this cocky dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'm on his team now. He's still cocky. Doesn't play no defense. I'm on his head.
That's it.
So when he finally freaking started, playing a little bit defense, I'm like, finally, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't never because I hated Ben. It was more like I'm trying to get this dude
trying to push him, trying to get him going.
I remember in practice when we were going hard, 5-on-5. Once Ben was guarding me, I'm like, yes, I know our team is winning. Yo, those 5-on-5s were tough though, man.
Yeah.
But that's what's crazy because like we went to war with each other.
Yeah.
Like, just picking it back to Ben, like as much as we'll be like the guards will be killing them because they know they have defense or they know his. I don't know how you guys. I don't know Kenny. I don't know what you guys did on Scouters Port. I don't know how you guys did not know this guy's one crossover. I don't know how.
But yo, you have to give him his respect. He gets it for some reason. He gets it. Like he knows when to do it. You know.
I'll be watching the game. I'm talking to like Brett or someone. Man, yo, look, bet.
He's about to do it.
No, but like,
oh, he's looking right. He's about to cross live.
No, but you gotta respect Ben though. 'Cause, like at the end of the day, you gotta respect Ben because like any other dude would have like
quit, bro.
If you weak-minded, bro.
Oh, quit.
Like, yo, I want to transfer. Like, I'm out of here.
Easy,
Yeah, dog. Yo, listen, the year we won, bro, like, it was tough because I had a mentality where, honestly, I had the same, and I knew, and especially looking back at it now, like, I knew how bad of an attitude it was. I knew how cocky I was, and I knew that, like, it wasn't the way to go. But at the same time, in my mind at the time, I was doing what I had to get to the States. Because that, like, the fact that I was like that did not put aside the team. Like, I was always team first. Like, Fosu, I remember in the preseason was like, he was out of shape. I would sacrifice my time to run with him. I would always, like, Jerome came in and was just dropping 30. I didn't go out there and be like, okay, I'm going to get mine. Like, no, Jerome's out here scoring. So, like, I'm going to take a step back. Mm-hmm. And, like, looking back, I think the fact that I had that mentality was what kept me going because, yo, for real, it was tough on me that my teammates, like, it really felt like, yo, these guys just really don't like me. Like, these guys really think I'm shit.
Yeah, but to Ben's point, that's what
I didn't like you and I didn't know you.
Exactly. Listen, no, for real though. That's facts though. That's true though. Like for real, like even my third year after all these guys left with Malcolm and Gresh, like it was even worse. It was even worse now. Like these guys like had a meeting. Like, okay, Ben's attitude's got to change. But then looking back at it, Andy told me this because of my attitude, I did not get a lot of accolades that I probably should have gotten in Montreal. And Andy sat me down. He said, "Listen, you got two choices. You either change your attitude and maybe you'll get recognized, or you keep the same edge and same attitude and you keep, you know, pretty much dominating like I was like my last year." And I chose that path. And when I got to the States, I wasn't any different, but the mentality was the same as mine in the States. And I had now 12 dudes. Like my coach sat me down in the States and was telling me like, "Listen, I need you to hit the first three and point at a girl and wink in the crowd. Like that's the Ben that, you know, is going to get you buckets and play well and whatever." But I felt like in Montreal, it was hard. Like it was hard. And it was tough. Yo, like when Lenny, Jerome, and Seth say like they were on my like, bro, they're cutting it like easy, bro. Like it was tough, bro. Like I cried, bro.
I was like, "Lenny, kill that nigga.
Yo, Jerome, listen, Jerome would kill me at practice and then look to the coaches, look at the carry, look at Lenny, like, "Yo, who the fuck is this guy? He's shit. Like, why is he here? Like, every day.
Yo, you were my competition, bro. You had the minutes, you had everything. So I'm like, nah, this is the guy I have to go after if I want to get my playing time, if I want anything. So
yeah, but the reason also I was hated is because Lenny and Jerome can come down and score 20 on me. I come back and hit one shot, and I'm in your face like, "Yo, you shit. Like, you can't guard me."
That was bad.
Drop 20, you know?
Yeah. That's a fact.
But yo, to Ben's point, I like what he said, man, because yo, I remember Dryland. Yo, I was like, "Yo, Dryland, yo, this like, okay, yeah, I get my, okay, yeah, fine." I'm like, "Yo, like we're about to run and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to run. Nobody wants to run." You know what I'm saying? But he said, if we don't make time, we have to do it again. So all I see is Ben is right next to me, you know, running with me and stuff like that, pushing me through it. And I was like, whoa. After that, I was like, yo, I kind of respect Ben because of that, bro. Like, he could have made time if he wanted to, you know? Yeah. But he realized that, yo, it's not just about, you know, making time. It's about pushing each other and pushing, you know what I'm saying? That's like the same thing what Lenny said, pushing Ben and stuff like that. I think people just pushed each other, you know, which is good, you know. And that's why it goes back to the point where recruiting, you know, Malcolm was good because I felt like he could have pushed me in practice and I didn't have to face him against Champlain.
Of course. You know? You came to training camp out of shape, bro.
No, but listen, at the end of the day, I made sure. Listen, I made sure that I prepped myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, to the season.
No. Hold on. You trying to finesse his way? Nah, Fosu, you came to training camp like we're like why?
Hey, I didn't think I was the only. Listen, one thing I was the only really. With Faz, okay, Faz was kind of a big man too. But Faz is a big guy, man. To be honest, long arms, big foot, everything, you know. Man, I love my teammates because we pushed each other at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what it's true. Lenny, you know what Lenny said about Ben. You know, anybody else would have quit. You know, and for Ben to stay on and grind it out, and you know, look, he became the player he is. You know, just because we pushed him.
But the thing is, I think I had the same mentality as you guys. I just was either too immature, young, whatever you want to call it, to express it the right way.
Ben's walk, the sweat.
I think that's what it was. Like, bro, I never had beef with Ben. Any type of beef, because I knew, like, I looked at this guy. I'm like, hey, he's not from the streets I'm from. He's like, who is this guy? And then, like, when you get to know him and you see him and how he got killed, like, in practice and stuff because of his defense, I just accepted the fact that, like that's Ben. Like, in the streets when he walks, and
he points, you can see him down the block. Oh, that's Ben.
That's just Ben. Like, I just accepted the fact that, like, at the end of the day, that's him. But I know, like, how he is truly inside. Like, he's not really a big, like he's not a jerk. He's not like a jerk, you know? So
that boy was Tyler Herro before Tyler Herro. You hear me?
He was Tyler Herro before Tyler Herro.
Kenny, tu sais quoi? Mais check, Kenny, je veux dire quelque chose parce que ça, c'est, like, I think that matters. That's a big reason why we won. It didn't matter that week who, like, didn't like me or what problems I had caused. Like the minute, I swear I cannot make this up. The minute that we stepped up against another team when tip-off started, like, bro, all that was forgotten. We just, like, we're going out there and we're killing whoever's in front of us.
Yeah.
And the reason, like, that mattered so much is because the year after all these guys left, there's a few guys on other teams that spoke to me and said, the biggest difference between, like, Gresh, myself, I think Carl was there our third year or whatever, after Lenny, Seb, Jerome, folks who left, the biggest difference they said was, last year, nobody wanted to play you guys. Last year, we were just scared. Like, we looked at your team, your pregame huddle, the way you guys carried yourself, you guys walked around. Like, bro, we were scared. This year, yeah, you guys are good, but last year, we were scared. This year, you guys are good, but, it's that little thing that, like, Malcolm and Seth keep bringing up. Like, people just, like, we walked in the gym, like, oh, like, okay. All right, like, it's about to be serious.
Yo, Kenny, were you guys nervous to play us?
Nervous to play you guys?
Yeah. Chaplain.
Tell the truth. Come on.
Tell the truth,
Kenny.
Kenny, tell the truth, bro. Hold on. Kenny,
you guys won national.
Kenny, did you guys go in the game?
You guys win, so.
Listen, do you guys go in the game? Do you guys go in the game thinking you guys are going to beat us?
Yeah?
I know for a fact when they see Vanier coming up that week of
that's
practice,
what I'm saying.
the hardest, everybody went hard.
No, because we had a momentum. We beat you guys the last game. We don't care that Lenny didn't play, Fosu didn't play. We beat you guys, so we were like confident. Beat you guys, and we felt like we had the best player.
You guys remember? You remember we're winning by 2, and then I think Jerome and someone double teamed Youssef, and then they called a foul.
Yeah,
Youssef went to go shoot free throws to tie the game.
But before that, when I scored the layup, I know a lot of Champlain boys thought that was a travel.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
Yo,
get out of here.
It was a travel.
Go look at the clip, Kenny.
Go look at the clip.
It was a travel.
It's on YouTube. Check that out.
That's 0 step.
That's 0 step. That's 0 step.
Yeah, so that's it, man. So, Kenny, you have anything else, or?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yo, so for real, thank you guys for being on here. People are gonna watch this and try to get more in depth on our team. Thank you guys for being on here. You guys are doing big things right now. I'm sure back then when you guys played, you guys didn't know the path you would set for the future players that are playing now. And like I said, it's been 10 years now. Vanier's been on the map, and it's helped Quebec. And hopefully this upcoming, and hopefully in the future generations, there's more players to come out of it. So for real, appreciate you guys being on here, giving your time and talking, man. For real.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you.
Kenny?
Appreciate it.
I'm good.
Yeah, keep doing y'all thing, man. Respect the podcast, bro.
Yeah, keep it up.
Yo, that was Kenny's idea. It was Kenny's idea. Yeah.
Keep it up.
Shout out to Kenny, man.
Logan, guy.
All right, man.
Shout out to Kenny, for real.
So to everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe. Once again, I'm Seth Demore. I'm here with Kenny. I'm here with my team. And stay tuned for another episode when we decide to, on this season, on interviewing some of the greatest teams in Quebec ever built.